on, guys? It's Evan here from Evan Sports Corner, and I'm back with another video here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about the fall of the Carolina Panthers from being 15-1 in 2015 and being the Super Bowl runner-ups to being 5-11 2 consecutive seasons and once again missing the playoffs. And the team just really doesn't have a lot of direction. They currently have the 6th overall pick, and they're not doing well. They have a ton of issues, so I'm going to highlight them in this video. Before we hop in the video, though, remember to leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new to the Anonymous Sports content like this, and let's hop right in the video. So last year, the Carolina Panthers went 5-11, but it wasn't the worst thing for them. They showed signs of promise under first-year head coach Matt Rule, and with a potential offseason overhaul, it looked like they were going to potentially go after a different quarterback. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater wasn't going to be the guy. And Carolina made their move this offseason when they traded for Sam Darnold. They were hoping that they could revive his career and make him the quarterback that he was supposed to be coming out of USC when he went to the Jets, number 2 overall. And in the first 3 games of the season, it looked like that was the case. Darnold was killing it. The Panthers were 3-0. Now, if you look back at this, yes, these weren't the best opponents. The Saints weren't that great. The Houston Texans, obviously, they're an easy team, and the New York Jets. So you got a cupcake schedule, but hey, 3-0, weren't doing too bad. And then ever since that 3-0 start, the Panthers have been a shocking 2-11. They won more games in the first 3 weeks of the season than they have in like the last 3 months. This Carolina Panthers team has not been able to win games. They are struggling so badly right now. None of their quarterbacks have more touchdowns than interceptions right now. It is that bad. They've rotated through 3 quarterbacks this season. Sam Darnold, who got off to a good start and then just completely fell off. Then he got injured. They brought in their former quarterback, Cam Newton, who also has fallen off since those 2015 days. Once again, the dude just cannot pass the ball. And then they had P.J. Walker as well. When he comes in as backup, he just cannot do crap. So Carolina's only 2 wins are against the Atlanta Falcons and a depleted Arizona Cardinals team where Cam Newton said he was back after running for 2 touchdowns, and that should be Cam Newton's role. He should be the power back quarterback. He can run the ball in. He can be a goal line quarterback. But for this man to be your starting quarterback with his throwing problems, that should just show you how weak your team is. I mean, Cam Newton should not start for any other team ever again. Cam Newton has nothing. He cannot throw the ball. All he can do is run, and he's lost some of his athleticism. He is not the same quarterback since that 2015 season where he won MVP and led the Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl. He's not that same quarterback. He is who he is at this point in his career, and he should probably retire because he's not that great anymore. And this season in Carolina showed that he is not ready for a starting job. So quarterback play has certainly been inconsistent for Carolina. Like I said, none of their quarterbacks have more touchdowns than interceptions, which is a problem. And they just have had inconsistent quarterback play for a while, and Darnold clearly isn't the answer, and they might be looking for a quarterback in the draft. They might get a top 5 pick. They're guaranteed to get a top 10 pick at this point, so they might use a quarterback pick. They might go for O-line, which, by the way, they have one of the worst O-lines in the league, which doesn't help out their quarterback. And then there's the running back situation. Christian McCaffrey is a great running back. We all know he's one of the best players in the NFL. He's one of the best players in fantasy football. But unfortunately, Christian McCaffrey hasn't been healthy since 2019. And for a running back who you just gave an extension that nets him over $10 million per year, you can't have him play 3 to 7 games per season. In the last 2 years, Christian McCaffrey has played 10 games total. 10 games total. He has not been playing at all. He's had constant injuries. He missed all of 2020 pretty much. He missed a ton of 2021. And at this point, is McCaffrey ever going to be the same Christian McCaffrey that he was in 2019? Is he ever going to be able to play a full season? They give him a lot of the load on offense. He just keeps getting injured, and you can't have a running back making over $10 million that can't stay on the field. Now, the Panthers do have an opt-out in his contract in 2023, so next season is going to be a big year for Christian McCaffrey. If he can stay healthy, Carolina will keep him. If not, Carolina can opt out of his contract in 2023, which is good for Carolina because this man cannot stay healthy, and that is a problem for Carolina because this is their best offensive player. DJ Moore is a good offensive player as well. He's a great receiver. His talents are being wasted in Carolina. He'll be a free agent though after next season, which is good for DJ Moore. A team will certainly pay him, and with the direction Carolina's going in, they shouldn't even try to keep him, and DJ Moore shouldn't re-sign. So Carolina's offense is just not great. No O-line. The weapons are okay, but Christian McCaffrey being injured hurts, and the quarterback play is inconsistent. And on the offense, they also are bottom 3 in yards per game on offense, and they're also averaging less than 18 points per game, which is not going to win you football games in the NFL. Their offense is one of the worst in the league. The defense isn't as bad, though. They've allowed the second least amount of yards per game this season, but they are 19th in points per game allowed. So they are really good at not allowing yards, but they keep giving up a pretty decent amount of points. They're averaging, they're giving up about, 20-something points per game. So Carolina, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I mean, I guess maybe they're turning over the ball a lot and the defense gets put in a short field. I mean, the defense has some potential. They have some good players on that defense, such as Brian Burns and their young cornerback, J.C. Horn. But it does hurt that Carolina lost Luke Kuechly a few years ago to retirement in the prime of his career. Luke Kuechly was one of the best linebackers in the NFL, and he just retired out of nowhere. And that was a big loss to their defense, losing the defensive captain and the leader that made those defenses great back when the Panthers were on the Super Bowl run and things like that. Luke Kuechly made that defense who they are, and losing him was certainly a big deal for that defense. And Carolina just continues to struggle this season. I mean, if you look at the numbers, the offense can't produce. The defense tries to do their best, but they can't do much. And it's just been a slow fall for the Carolina Panthers since that 2015 season. And now you're really starting to question Matt Rule. I mean, he has done a terrible job with the quarterback situation, which isn't really his fault, but it has not been a good season. You were hoping after a promising season last year where they punched above their weight that they would step up a bit this season and, show signs of improvement, but not really. They kind of have been stagnant in a bunch of different areas on the team, and being last in a not so great division in the NFC South doesn't really look too good for Carolina. So hopefully for the Carolina Panthers, they can rebound. They can find their quarterback of the future. We'll see what they do in the upcoming NFL draft. They'll have a great pick for sure. They can use that on a bunch of different positions. They have a ton of needs, but they also have some decisions to make in the future over some of their better players, such as Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. So that'll be interesting to see. Carolina, hopefully they do not mess up this rebuild. They looked really good last year. Took some steps back this year, but hopefully in 2022 they continue to make improvements, and maybe Carolina can get back to competing like they were in 2015 soon enough. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, soon now I miss more sports content like this. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.